Well, this morning I thought we would talk about the 22H2 update that occurred at the late last year. Let me get my PowerPoint here going. As you know, the newest version of 22H2 of Windows is now available. Windows 11 became generally available in early of October of 2021. So the 22H2 is the first major update that came in September of 2022. There have been some design changes, interface changes, and nuance changes that differentiate the two versions, the original version and now the update. Something I want to point out that if 22H2 sounds familiar, there was also a minor update to Windows 10 that was also named 22H2. Microsoft has provided a free health check app to help to see if your Windows 10 PC is compatible with Windows 11. To use it, you can download the app and install it on your Windows 10 PC. And when you run it, you want to locate the Introducing Windows 11 section near the top of the window and click Check Now. This app will run quickly, and after a few moments, it will give you a message that this PC can run Windows 11. If it does, then you're good to go. But if you see the message that your PC can't run Windows 11, then your device doesn't meet the system requirements. And so you're going to be stuck with Windows 10, but you'll still receive the Windows 10 updates. And Windows 10 will be supported through October 14th of 2025. If your PC fails this test unexpectedly, you might want to make sure that the secure boot is enabled in your BIOS. Then you'll restore your Windows and run the health check again. And if that didn't work, you want to look at, it doesn't work, you want to look at the system requirements for Windows 11 on the Microsoft website. It's Windows 11 is a free upgrade. It was available for those PCs that were capable of running it. If you had versions 8, 7, or 10, then you can get Windows 11. And as I said earlier, if your PC is capable, you'll see this message: great news, your PC meets the minimum requirements. And then all you need to do is just go down and download the and install. You can choose a time that works best for you, restart your computer, and start using Windows 11. The upgrade will keep your settings, and if you want to wait, then you also will just want to click the little hyperlink that's to the right of download and install that says stay on Windows 10 for now. One of the things about Windows 11 is that there's a new design. It's really simplified. The start menu has moved to the center along with the taskbar. It has pastel colors and rounded corners, and it's user-friendly Mac-like style, but is still distinct enough to be Windows. So what's new? Microsoft views Windows 11 as a one-size-fits-all computing solution that will run on your laptop, your desktop PCs, as well as touchscreens, including tablets. And the interesting thing is that Windows 11 looks and behaves almost identical on each of those devices. So as it brings to it as a bonus, it's apps and programs that will run on your devices, tablets, PCs, and laptops. One of the things about 22H2 update, Microsoft is slowly offering the update to more and more Windows 11 PCs. If it's available for installation on your PC, you can head to settings. It'll be part of the Windows update, and you'll see download and install. And if the update hasn't been offered to you, you also can force it by running the Windows 11 Installation Assistant from the Microsoft website. One of the things that you want to be aware of is that if you choose to download the Installation Assistant, you're skipping Microsoft's gradual rollout process and increasing the likelihood you will encounter problems with your update to your PC. So if you're not prepared to accept that, you should maybe want to wait until the update is offered in Windows Update. But also I'm aware of the fact that Microsoft has recently announced that the update is now available for all PCs. So it just depends on the device that you're currently running. You might not have received a 22H2. But if you have, then I would suggest you go ahead and download it. Windows 11 comes in several different flavors. There's the home version. There's the Pro, which includes networking. There's the Business Enterprise version. And there's one that's even more recent that is a Windows 11 / Microsoft 365. This is an enterprise business version, and it's cloud-based. So I'm going to give you a demo of Windows 11 22H2, some of the things that you might not be aware of that actually occurred when the update was made. So I'm going to share my my screen here, and we'll just quickly run over some of these things. All right, first of all is that you can do some customization to your start menu now that wasn't available before. And if you go to the start menu, which now tiles have been replaced by icons, but in the original version, one of the things that you could not do was create folders, but now you can. As you can see, I have my Microsoft Office folder here, and I have Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and OneNote. And this works exactly like it did in the previous versions. In Windows 10, is that you just can drag a icon over the over another icon, and it will create a folder. So now I have my Adobe Acrobat as part of my Microsoft Office folder. And if I don't want that, I can just drag it off, and it will then return to the place it was. So this is a feature that I think most people were kind of upset that you couldn't do that in the past, but now you can. One of the other things that you can do is that, as you can see here, I have my start menu has 3 rows of icons showing, and then there's a second page which has another 3. And then down below, I have the same thing in the recommended. I can go here and now go to settings and go to personalization. And I can now go down to the start, and I can customize that to how I want it to look. As I said, I'm showing the default settings, but I can change it for more pins. So then when I go to my start menu here, you'll see I have more of my pinned icons showing than I did before, and recommended, or the recent. This is sort of a misnomer in my opinion, that it's not really recommended, it's recent items, but I don't know why Microsoft chose to use that terminology. But I can, I don't know what that is. I can then also go the opposite direction, and I can have more recommendations if I so desire. And here, as you can see, I have more of the recommended ones and less of the pinned. So it's the options are up to you. I personally prefer the default, so I just leave it there. The other thing that has changed is that one of the big problems that we had, at least I consider a problem, is that when you right-clicked on the taskbar, you would only get taskbar settings, and you no longer could get to the task manager. Now that has changed. So with the update, Task Manager is included in the the function when you right click on your taskbar. And one of the things that's interesting is that the Task Manager has changed. It looks quite a bit different from the one that you'll find in Windows 10, in that it has now the icons to the left, and it gives you all the information of what's currently happening with your PC. You also can change the appearance of this. If you hit the hamburger menu, you'll find that you have a different view. In this case, if I hit on processes, it's going to show here at the top rather than as it was. So it's just a different view that you can change that. But that was a change to that brought about in the 22H2 update. And of course, the other one, the biggest change, of course, was when File Manager, is that now you have what's referred to as tabs in your browser, something that Linux users have had for years. So if I want to add an additional tab, I could do that quite easily. What I would do is I would choose ℎ𝕠𝕟 presentations and then hit the plus, and then that becomes additional tab. So I can have my ℎ𝕠𝕟 presentations here. I can go to my home. I could also, if I wanted to add documents, I'd hit the plus here and go down to documents. I can find them. And I can also have my documents folder there, and I can toggle between, and that was an empty folder. Let's do downloads for, and okay, there's something. So I can toggle between my ℎ𝕠𝕟 presentations by home, which is now different because in home, you notice that the quick access folder is now to my right. So this is all my quick access items here, plus my favorites and my recent. But I could go to home. I could go to downloads and also have those available to me. So that is a step in the right direction. One of the things you cannot do or doesn't do is that if you, as long as you leave this minimized, then your tabs will stay in place. Once you close out the app, you'll find that your tabs will disappear. So hopefully that will be changed, where once you select these, those will remain until you decide to delete them or change them. So that's what you'll find in the 22H2 update. I hope that is some encouragement that maybe you want to try Windows 11. It's becoming a very mature operating system and offering features that you may not have been aware of. So thank you.
What you need to know about SD cards. I'm Hewie Poplock. An SD card is a small, portable memory storage device used in digital devices such as cameras, smartphones, tablets, and more. It provides a convenient way to store and transfer data such as photos, videos, music, documents, and other files. SD cards come in various sizes and capacities, and they use flash memory technology to store data. They are compatible with a wide range of devices and can be easily removed and replaced. SD cards are also available in different types, such as SD, SDHC, and SDXC, each with a different capacity limit. Additionally, SD cards can be protected by a password or encrypted for increased security. An SD card, short for Secure Digital Card, is a type of small, portable memory card that is commonly used in digital cameras, smartphones, and other electronic devices to store data such as photos, videos, music, and documents. SD cards are available in a variety of capacities, ranging from a few gigabytes to several terabytes. They are also available in different physical sizes, including standard SD, mini SD, and micro SD. SD cards use flash memory technology, which allows them to retain data even when the power is turned off. They also have built-in security features to protect against unauthorized access and data corruption. SD cards are the most common memory card type used in digital cameras. Having been around for more than 20 years, this type of camera memory card is readily available, relatively cheap, and capable of performing well enough in cameras designated for beginners right through to professional users. There are several factors to consider when comparing SD cards, including capacity, speed, and durability. By capacity, that refers to the amount of storage space on the card, measured in gigabytes. Higher capacity cards can store more data, but they also tend to be more expensive. Speed is another important factor to consider. SD cards have different speed class ratings, such as Class 4 or Class 10, which indicate the minimum write speed of the card. A higher speed class rating means the card can write data faster, which is important for things like recording high-definition video. Durability is another important consideration. SD cards can be susceptible to damage from water, heat, and other environmental factors. Some cards are designed to be more durable than others, with features like waterproofing and shock resistance. Overall, the choice of SD card will depend on the specific needs of the user. If you need a higher capacity, fast, and durable card, you may want to consider a high-end SD card with a high-speed class rating and durability features. Here are the various values on an SD card. The speed of an SD card is determined by a number of factors, including the technology used in the card, the capacity of the card, and the SD card speed class. The SD card speed class is a rating system that indicates the minimum guaranteed write speed of the card. The speed classes are 2, 4, 6, and 10. UHS 1 Speed Class 1, UHS 1 Speed Class 3, and UHS 2 Speed Class 1 and 3. The read speed of an SD card is usually much faster than the write speed. A card with a high read speed would be good for transferring large files quickly, while a card with a high write speed would be good for recording video or taking a lot of photos in quick succession. Although the physical size and shape of the SD card have not changed since its launch in 1999, the format internal specifications have gone through several iterations. Flash memory technology has also evolved, delivering improved reliability and significantly increased speeds. The improvements are welcome, but it has created a problem. The continuous evolution of SD card standards has given birth to a host of symbols and classes used to describe the type of SD card and its speed. It's not uncommon to find an SD card marked with 6 or 7 different symbols, making it difficult for people to understand precisely what they are buying. I'm trying to demystify these symbols and ensure you know what you're buying and whether it's suitable for your camera or whatever device you're using.
It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Welcome to another edition in our Learning Chromebook series. Today I'm going to talk about Google Drive, but more specifically, Google Docs. I have listed each section in the timestamp in the description below of the video if you want to learn more about a specific section of the video. Let's get started with a brief overview of Google Drive and then get into the specifics of Google Docs. Enjoy the video. Google Drive is an integral part of your Chromebook, and this is where the operating system resides. So it's important that we look at this today and review how it works. Google Drive can be accessed on a Mac, iOS, PC, or mobile device. On a Chromebook, it is your hard drive and where you'll be storing your files. Let's have a look at this. Google Drive is a cloud storage provider, and if you've ever used Apple's iCloud or Microsoft OneDrive, this is Google's version of it. But still, what does it mean to be a cloud storage provider? Well, typically when you work on, let's say, a document on your computer, you'll save it on your computer. So you have a local copy. Now, Google doesn't call their computers, they're called servers, and they keep them in the data centers all over the world. But you might be wondering, why would I ever want to do this? What are the benefits? Well, there are many benefits to storing files. In Google Drive, first off, your files are backed up. Let's say something were to happen to your Chromebook at home. Well, then your files are stored in a drive in which there are many copies in different servers all over the world. Another benefit is you can access your files wherever you are. Let's say you're traveling, maybe you're in Europe, maybe you're in Africa. Wherever you happen to be, if you could get onto the internet, you can easily get to your files. But the biggest advantage of Google Drive is their search capability. As you know, this is what they're known for, is their searching ability. It could be text within a photo. It could be just a description of a photo you took. It could be four specific files. Their search will get you that file name extremely fast. And the other factor and the other biggest benefit of using Google Drive is collaboration. You can collaborate with other workers in sharing the file, editing the file, but retaining your own file copy. So I have my Chromebook open, and this is my desktop. There are many different ways in which you can start a document, and I'm going to show you a few. Some are more convenient than others. So let's choose which one you might want. All right, so the first is I may be in my Chrome browser. So if we come down here, and let's say I'm over here and I'm in my Chrome browser, and I decide that I want to create a document, maybe start a new document on a project I'm working on. So if how would I get to start a document from my Chrome browser? Well, you can come up over here, and we call this 9-dot menu a waffle menu. So let's click on the waffle menu, and what's going to happen? Well, we're going to see that all the Google apps are available for you. And we're going to come down here, and one of the ways in which we could get to a document that was already created was just to go to Google Drive. Well, here we have Google Drive is in the waffle menu down here. I'm going to recommend that you just drag this up. Let's just put it right up at the top here, so it's always available when we want to see it. Now, Google Drive is great. You can create a document within Google Drive or open a document up, but maybe we just want to go right to Docs. Let's see what else we have down here. Let's keep coming way down at the bottom. There's Google Docs. This is where we can start our document. This is the Google Docs app that goes with Google Drive. But it's way down here. Again, let's just drag this all the way up here so that it's right at the top. Let's see if we can get it right up at the top here. I'm going to move it right up here. So now if we're in our Chrome browser, and we want to come from our Chrome browser and open up a document or create a document, we have Google Drive here, and we also have Google Docs. Now, if we are not in the Chrome browser and we're just sitting on our desktop, how else could we create a document? Well, if you look down here, we call this bar on the bottom a shelf. And if you look here on the shelf, you'll see, what have we got? Well, I have Google Drive. It's also on the shelf, but suppose I wanted Google Docs on the shelf as well. How would I find that? Let's go over to the far left here, and this is called the launcher button. Let's click the launcher, and let's have a look now and see what we can find. Can we find Google Docs? Let's come down here and keep coming down. Let's keep coming down, and here we can find, guess what? We have Google Docs. And this is again the same app that we saw up on the right-hand corner in our Chrome browser. Now, if we right-click on this, we can, of course, pin it to the shelf. So let's try that. And now we have Google Docs pinned to the shelf. So if we are sitting in our Chrome browser, if we're sitting on our desktop, we can just open Google Docs and create a document. This is probably the easiest way to do it. But just to note that we also have Google Drive. I'm just going to take this and just move it on down because I want these all sort of in the same area. So now I've got my Google Docs here and Google Drive. I always find it a little easier just to start a new document using Google Docs, but if you're looking up a document, you can certainly do that from Google Drive. So we're now on my Chromebook, and we're going to start a new document. So let's come down. We're going to take the cursor and we're going to drag it down, and we're going to open up Google Docs. So I'm going to click on this. And you'll see that, of course, we have Google Docs opening up. Now, you'll see that by default, it's going to open up a number of options for you. You'll see on my screen, it says blank. This, of course, will be a blank document. But also, it's going to give you all sorts of templates that are pre-designed for you. So it makes life a lot easier. So we do have some recommendations here, okay? These are, at the bottom, you'll see documents that I've been working on the bottom here. But we're going to look at new documents. So we're going to come up here. And now, if you don't want to see these templates, you see this little three-dot menu. If you click this, you can hide all templates. But we want to have a look and see all the different templates that you can use. This makes life really easy. If you want to start a newsletter, you want to take some notes, you have a proposal, you don't have to do all the heavy lifting. It's all done for you. So let's come up to the template gallery, and we're going to click the template gallery now. And this is going to remove all the documents that you have, and it's just going to show you the many hundreds of different templates that you can choose. So let's come down and have a look at some of our options. Resumes. Anyone want a job? So we now have a whole bunch of different types of resumes that you can use. We have letters, all sorts of letters that you can choose. We have certainly a business letter. We have personal letters. And again, just clicking on one of these letters brings this up, and you now will see that it's all ready to go. You just have to fill in your own text. These are all formatted for you with the fonts that the fonts that are there, and you can certainly change those. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But these are all available for you, so you don't have to start from scratch. So let's come down and keep looking. We've got letters, your personal letters. We've got a recipe if you want to do some recipes, a pet resume. You have within work environment, you have your project proposals, meeting notes, onboard notes, even a brochure if you want to make a brochure. Essay reports, science reports, really it goes on for a long way down here. Book reports, class notes, lesson plans if you're a teacher and you want to make a lesson plan. Let's see, we can be part of the education fraternity now. Lesson plan, name of a lesson, summary, implementation, procedure, all sorts of things all organized for you so that you can get to work quite quickly. And again, if we want to go out of the template gallery, we just click the back button, and this brings us back to the where we're going to start our document. So let's just start a blank document. Hopefully enjoying the video. If you are, we'd sure appreciate clicking that like below. It really helps our channel. And if you want to be kept informed about new videos we make about Chromebooks, just hit that subscribe button. Let's get back to the video. So here we are. This is the blank document. The first thing I would recommend is we come up and edit the document and add a title to this. Now, for purposes of this demonstration and more that I'm going to be doing in subsequent episodes, Tech4Senior is going to start a fictitious coffee company. I like coffee and I've always wanted to roast beans, so we're going to start a fictitious Tech4Senior coffee company. Now, if you have a company, the first thing you need to do is have a mission statement. So what we're going to do here is we're going to call this the mission statement for Tech4Senior Coffee Company. All right, so let's come down and we're now going to insert some text. So let's see what we can paste into the document regarding the mission statement for Tech4Senior Coffee Company. I sure like ChatGPT. Well, let's see what I came up with, or maybe it's ChatGPT. At Tech4Senior Coffee Company, we are committed to providing our customers with the highest quality coffee that is sustainably sourced and ethically provided. We believe that great coffee should be accessible, so on and so forth, okay? So this is the mission statement for our fictitious company called Tech4Senior Coffee Company. We now have this in our blank document. We've labeled this now. Let's now, if we look along the main ribbon here, you'll see that the controls are very similar to Microsoft Office. As we come along here, they're very, very similar to other controls that you might be used to. We can certainly highlight this and let's format it. So if we come down here, we'll highlight this and let's format this. So the first thing we're going to do is I want to format this. Let's come down, we'll select all. We're going to come over here to the Align tool. Let's click on this and we're going to click this, and now it is justified on both sides. That looks a bit better. I like the Tech4Senior Coffee Company logo. Let's just highlight this. Let's highlight this. And we are going to make it it bold. And maybe just a little bit bigger. There, what do you think? At Tech4Senior Coffee Company, we are committed. There we go. I think that looks better. We're going to call this mission statement, and it's already saved. We don't have to really do anything. This is our mission statement. It's automatically saved for that. Now, if we wanted to share this, we could certainly share this by clicking this. It will load, and we can now share this with any people or groups we want. I'm going to share it. Let's pick my wife. I'm going to share it with my wife, and I'm going to say, please review the mission statement of our new company. And I'm going to send her a copy, and she'll get a copy of the link, and she'll be able to view this and edit it, any changes that need to be made. And that's how you make a document in Google Docs. So let's look at the mission statement for Tech4Senior Coffee Company as a Google document. Now, in the screen, you'll see, of course, we have the document but this is actually stored in the cloud. In other words, we have, this is not stored locally, but it is continually saved. And if you look up at the top here, you'll see the last edit was 2 minutes ago. And so it is constantly saved, but it is in the cloud. It's not stored on your local Chromebook. So let's have a look at how we might save this. So I want you to come over to the File menu on the left-hand side here, and let's click File. And I want to come down, because remember, we have to download this to our Chromebook if we want to save it locally. But let's look at the options for saving it locally. We can save it as a Word document, which is a docx file. This means that this will be saved not in the traditional Google Doc file format, but in a Microsoft Word doc file. We then come down to the Open Doc format, or ODT. This is a standard file format that's used in a lot of other word processors. A good example of this would be OpenOffice or LibreOffice. LibreOffice has been around for many years and offers a very nice suite of applications. And again, the file extension is .odt. So RTF formatting is called rich text format and is a file format that lets you exchange text files between different word processors in different operating systems. For example, you can create a file in Microsoft Word and then open it in another word processing document, such as Apple Pages or Google Docs. It contains very minimal formatting. There is no need to download and create a PDF format, as Google documents can be formatted in PDF form, and you have the option with a PDF file extension. So plain text or TXT format is important, particularly if you want an unformatted document to be put in another, let's say, web page. TXT is considered the original text file format and the equivalent of the binary file, since a text file doesn't contain any formatting such as bolding or fonts. No separate software is needed to open or edit it. The most operating systems include word processing programs that can create and open TXT format. And as I said earlier, it's important because if you're putting this in, let's say, MailChimp, and you're going to send this out as an email, maybe you don't want any formatting in the document, particularly if you're going to import it from a word processor. So this is a good option that you can use and save it as a TXT file. We then have the option of a web page, and this is really cool. I'm going to talk about this in a future episode, but you can actually just save this document as a web page. Just click the button and boom, it's a web page. Pretty cool. And you can also save this as an EPUB, and we'll be talking about that later. So these are the options that you have when you are saving a document in Google Docs. So the next thing I want to do is I want to send a copy of this mission statement to my partner Hewie Poplock and see if he agrees with it. So I'm going to email this. Now, you don't have to copy and paste it into an email program because you can email it right from Google Docs. Let's come up to File. We're going to come down here to Email. Now I'm going to just click on Email this file. And here we come up. And it's going to come up to some common email addresses I use. Here we have Hewie Poplock. I'm going to click this. I'm going to put in a message here. Do you agree? And I'm going to include this as a PDF file. You see here we can choose different file formats. I don't expect him to edit this, so we're just going to send it as a PDF. But if we click the drop-down menu here, remember we can now send this in all the different options that we had in the previous menu. I'm going to leave it as a PDF, and we're going to send that to Hewie. Now, if we come back, you remember I did make some changes in this document, and I want to send it back to my wife who's going to be on the board. So we're going to send it to Gail. So she's a collaborator. Remember, I shared this document. So we're going to come down here and we're going to say email the collaborators. And we'll just come down here. Click this. And it's going to know exactly that we have shared this document with her. And I'm going to send myself a copy because this has changed. So I'm going to click that as well. And I'm going to say for final editing. Now remember, she's also an editor because we shared this with her, and she's going to be able to make changes and send this back to me as well. I'm going to send that off, and then we will see what Gail has to say. So this is an example of how you can email a document directly from Google Docs. So we've now sent the document to Gail for review, and this is the email that she would get. Again, you can see that I have sent this message about this document for final editing, and by clicking on the mission statement button here, she'll be able to open the document and make some changes. This will be reflected in the original document, which I have. So let's come back up to the mission statement, which is my document now. And this is, you'll see here that there's been a sentence added. We will have different types of beans for people to enjoy. This is another sentence that's being added, and you'll see it's annotated at the bottom by Gail Brown. So she's added and edited my original document, which we have now on our Google Drive. So remember, if you want to collaborate or share a document and have it edited, you can come up and click the share button and you can share it with another person directly from Drive to Drive, or you can, of course, click the file and you can email as a collaborator, and that will send it by email. All in Google Docs. So now I'm going to be traveling around the world looking at different coffee plantations to purchase beans for our coffee company. I'm going to be in situations where I'm not going to have internet. So I'll probably be wanting to work on my Chromebook, but offline. So let's have a look at how we'll set this up. Let's come back up to the File menu. We're going to come down now, and we're going to come down, and what I'm going to do is make Google Docs available offline. So we're now going to click this, and the document now is available offline. So what I've just done is made this document available offline, so it's now on my local drive of my Chromebook. But I want to probably do a lot more documents, maybe create some documents and work offline in Google Docs while I'm on the plane traveling. I won't be connected to the internet. So let's go back to Google Docs app. I'm going to come up and click the Docs home button here. Let's click this. This brings us back to a familiar menu. And if we, again, you'll see the main menu, which is a little 3-bar menu here. Let's click this and let's come down to settings. Okay. And what we're going to do is make sure that we have this toggle switch converted to offline. If you click this, it won't be available offline, but we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it turned on. This is going to make all our documents available offline, and we can work. And then when we go back online, in other words, we connect to the internet, it just syncs everything up magically, all in your Chromebook. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, we're back at our mission statement. And I think that what I'd like to do is I'd like to add a picture at the top. I think it looks a little plain. So we're going to come along and I'm going to, let's insert something here. So let's come over to the insert button. And what you're going to see, let's click this. And let's insert an image. That'll be cool. Let's see what we've got for an image. Well, that brings up another menu here. So remember, this document is in the cloud, right? So if we wanted an image from our Chromebook that's locally on a Chromebook, we'd have to upload it. But that's not the image I want. We could search the web. We could also come down to Google Drive. If you had any specific pictures saved on Google Drive, you could certainly do that. If you found an image in Google Images, you could certainly bring that over. And if you wanted to take an image right on your Chromebook, you could do that right from your Chromebook. Use the camera there. We've done that before. But you know what? Does anybody know what this symbol is here? Google Photos, right? Wouldn't that be cool if it linked right into Google Photos? Well, let's see what happens. Look what I got here. So I typed up in the top here in the search, a coffee machine. Look what I found, all the pictures of coffee machines I have in Google Photos. I sort of like this picture here. Let's add this one. And we're just going to insert this now into our coffee company. So there's my, this is my espresso machine I have at home, and this is what we're going to be using for our coffee company. And now we have an image that's going to be above, right above our mission statement. Pretty cool, eh? Lots you can do with Google Docs. So enjoy, and we'll talk more at our next session. Well, that is Google Docs. In the future, I'll be doing a video on Google Sheets and Google Slides. Remember to like and subscribe. You hit that subscribe, we'll notify you when a new video comes out. Until we see you again, have a great day. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior.